You see the title of the video. We're going to talk about my art style throughout the years, because why not? I was looking through my old art one day and I was like, wow, I really gotten better. I was so trash back in the day, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure somebody out there gonna be like,
no, Tasia, no, stop. You were just, learning. It's all a learning process. It's all a journey.
and you're right, but like, I don't have to like it, you know? If you are new here, hey, what's up? This channel used to be some random stuff. I used to do some random things. I was even doing a Sonic marathon at one point, but I ended up making those videos private because I want this channel to be now for my book series, Vengeance and Forgiveness. If you don't know what this series is, well, ma'am, sir, go look in the description and you'll find Vengeance and Forgiveness's website. Yeah, it's gonna be changing up soon though. And I've left a little note on there too saying like this website is gonna go through some changes. I'm updating some stuff, not going to be specific on what, but maybe if you follow me on my social media, my Instagram, where I get to share all my art there, and it's mostly just random stuff too, like it was just be all like the characters doing whatever. And my second one, which is Vengeance and Forgiveness, which is the series official Instagram, where you get to learn the characters' information, the universe's information, all that good stuff. And sooner or later I'll share some little story scenes from the books, because why not? Even my parents suggest that I should provide images for the book, so I think they're low-key trying to tell me to make a comic out of it, but honestly that's just going to take forever and I don't need that pressure or stress. But I am willing to draw a few scenes here and there. But if you really want to get into the series, I suggest actually reading the books. It's on Wattpad, Quotive, AO3, and Medium.com. Medium.com is the only perk there is you have a robot read for you, so yeah. But anyways, go ahead and get into the series. What are you doing? It's pretty interesting. If you want a quick gist of it, it's basically a mixture of fantasy and real life, basically. There you go. With a splash of romance, with a splash of comedy, with a splash of tragedy, and with a hint of gore. So if you're a little queasy, then you might want to... It's not a lot, but like, it's there. So all that said, okay, we got that all out the way. Great. Let's go and get into the purpose of the video. If you were wanting to just go and get into nitty gritty and just go through this whole slideshow I got ready, and just me talking about how my art style has changed throughout the years, maybe even take some time even to try to explain myself on some of these art pieces, because some of these art pieces, I ain't gonna lie, even I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, if you want to try to get into that, then there's a timestamp right there. I'll see you there. But I know some of you are probably wondering like, hey, like, so when did this start? Like, when did you start drawing? Like what's the tea? Creativity has always been a part of me. Creativity is like literally part of my genetics, okay? Like, it's my life source. It is the reason why I breathe. Like, without creativity, I honestly don't know what I would be doing right now. Like, I don't even think I would have a purpose. Like, that's how serious creativity is for me. Shoot. Okay, dad is a creative person. My mom's a creative person. It's literally just a part of us. It's a part of me. I have been drawing since I was a baby, practically. Okay, I'll be doodling and stuff. I be doing a whole lot of stuff. I hand painted with mom for most of my childhood. I was over here listening to dad make music, and he would sketch too sometimes. I started trying to develop my drawing skills, I'd say around in the middle of elementary school, when I had gotten into Sonic. If you watched my Sonic marathon, you know how big of a fan I am of Sonic. So of course I would draw him, the other characters. I would even make my own OCs. Shoot, some of the characters from Vengeance and Forgiveness started off as my Sonic OCs. Like, I'm low-key kind of sad that I don't have pictures of this stuff anymore. I threw them all away a long time ago, naturally so, because it's like, who wants to keep those and like look back and cringe at how bad they looked? I mean, I guess for somebody that's young, I guess it's not bad, but like, wants to look back and be like, oh yeah, remember I used to draw nothing but circles and triangles. Like, and there was a point in time I tried to draw humans too, but every time I did, they looked weird. They looked like straight up aliens. And so that's why I stuck with drawing Sonic stuff and anthropomorphic animals. Like, for some reason, that was just my shtick right there. But it didn't take until I started the Vengeance and Forgiveness series when I went on ahead and said, you know what, let me go ahead and try to improve on drawing these humans, because honestly, although it would be cool if my characters were anthropomorphic animals, I didn't feel like my series would be taken seriously, you know? Like, maybe it would have. Maybe it would have been like Beastars. It could have been like Beastars. It could have been another Beastars, but you know what? I said, no, I'm gonna go with the human route and try to draw these people as humans. So anyways, there you go. That's the backstory right there. So, okay, to the people that got to this timestamp, hi, how you doing? I mean, you kind of missed out on an interesting story. Low-key, high-key. Probably should go back and look. But anyways, but you're here now. So before I show this slideshow, let me also say, naturally, it was all traditional art at first. Traditional art. I'll even post some traditional art here, whichever ones I can find, because there was still some traditional art I was doing for the profile, but they weren't Vengeance and Forgiveness related, so they got archived. But there they are right there. I'm pretty sure Editation can pull them out real quick. But it wasn't until 2019. It was either 2019 or 2018. It was one of those years I had gotten into digital art and I had nothing but Microsoft Paint and the touchpad on my laptop. I had a whole nother laptop too. Like, come on now. I didn't have the laptop I have now all my life. I wish I did. But I had a whole nother laptop. It was kind of crappy. And I had a touchpad and I had Microsoft Paint. So here we go. Here it is right there. I'm gonna have it going while I talk, and I might stop it ever so often if I have to, like, you know, explain something. So like I said, Microsoft Paint, nothing but a touchpad. I was drawing humans. I don't have any. Editation can probably try to find something somewhere, somehow. And might put it to the side, but I was drawing humans. I drew Amethyst, Tenacity, Melissa, Rose, Jacqueline, and Nermal. Like, I drew the Sexy Six, along with a few of the underworld demigods, Ophelia, Demona, and Vanity. I remember drawing them. I drew them all in Microsoft Paint. I didn't have no symmetry tool or nothing, okay? Like, I was doing pretty good. And although I can't find them, probably because I never posted them, I did, you know, take some time drawing out. Like, I guess these were supposed to be like symbols that were supposed to represent the demigods. The first 7 were the underworld. These right now are for the heaven demigods. I haven't even drawn out the heaven demigods yet. I don't even know what they look like. But, you know, I at least have an idea of what, you know, what animal they're supposed to be, you know, I guess representing. I guess, I don't know. But anyways, so all this was like back in 2019. The Chibis, that was when I was just being random and like trying to introduce the characters, I guess, because I don't think I even posted the, you know, full bodies when I did make them. But these Chibis low-key kind of look scary. But after this though, in the middle of 2020, because I was doing a little bit of Microsoft Paint 2020 also, but in the middle of 2020, I say in the middle of this December, but anyways, I had gotten this other free program, or at least it was free at the time. It was free at the time, and it was Autodesk Sketchbook. I think you have to pay for it now, but it was free when I got it, and I was using it. I was over here testing it out. The one thing that I always had a problem with was skin tone and hair. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, to y'all it's like, oh, it's not bad, but no, bro, I was struggling with this stuff. This is 2021. As you can see, the shading, skin tone. Okay, Tenacity's looking like a whole Simpson right now. I'm so sorry. This one is from Microsoft Paint. Now, this is just a little snippet. I had a whole full body for her. Again, I'm pretty sure by now, Editation probably had found some stuff, and if she didn't, then I'm sorry, but at least I found one, right? It wasn't in order, but you know, I digress. Here it is right there. Hair, it was always a problem for me. I don't know why. And these headshots, the main reason why I did these headshots, the side profile on here is, I was never good with side profiles. Literally, the only angle I was always good with was like the I call it the 3/4 angle, where like, you know, they're kind of at an angle. I was never good with the front view for some reason. I was never good with side profiles. It was weird. I don't know what was going on. But the main reason I was doing headshots was because I actually had grown, I lost confidence in my full bodies. There's a reason why Usku is looking like this. This is supposed to be Usku, but the problem is I didn't know what the dude was supposed to look like. Like, I know that y'all saw him like over here, but I didn't like how he looked. Like, all I knew for Usku was he was supposed to be like tall, dark, and handsome, but he didn't really look handsome here. And the cloak, I don't know what I was trying to do with the cloak. I think the cloak's supposed to have like gems on it and stuff, but I was like, dude, that is just way too much. And I'm pretty sure that cloak is heavy as crap, you know? So that's why I went on ahead with the simple black, although I think his cloak went through another change before the black. So, but anyway, let's just get back into it. Yeah, I was still using Autodesk Sketchbook at this time too. I was getting a little better. I was using blending tools. I was still, you know, exploring the app and, you know, trying to, and I still had, I think at this point I had gotten my drawing tablet, so it made things easier for me. I had gotten a drawing tablet too when I was doing the full bodies. I gotta go back so I can, you know, these things, I had the drawing tablet even then, so forgot to mention that. Sorry, drawing tablet, you've helped me a lot. But anyways, so I gotta give it, you know, its credit. Really losing confidence in the full bodies. I was just doing nothing but headshots, but even then, looking back, you know, the headshots weren't really as I wanted them to look. Not only because of the skin tone problem and everything, but also because of shading. I wasn't really good with shading. For some reason, some of them came off wide face like Shandon here. What in the world is going on with his face? Him and Xena, like, what the heck? Their eyes are just so far apart, and I didn't like it. But let's see, these are some of the book covers I made. I really don't like how I did Delilah's arms. What was I doing? And that's another thing. Like, the one thing that I sucked at, not only the hair, I mean, I guess the hair could slide, you know, but it was just so dull. Like, there was really no, like, I try to add texture to it clearly, but like, it just wasn't giving, you know, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Their faces, and I mean, I made them bobbleheads. Usaku doesn't even look like what he was supposed to look like. I'm over here thinking I'm making this man chiseled and everything because he's supposed to have like a chiseled face kind of, but like, instead I just gave him a round fat face. Like, and I for real thought I did something. I for real thought I was making this man, you know, handsome. But like, looking back, it's like far from it, you know? So, but yeah, not only was the hair the problem for me, the heads, I always make them bobbleheads. The head shapes, the one thing I did make sure that I did was their head shapes were all different because I didn't want to suffer from, you know, same face syndrome. For those that didn't know what same face syndrome is, basically where all your characters pretty much look alike. Like, literally they all have the same face. So I tried to differentiate with the facial features and everything, and I was doing good, but again, proportions and the bodies and anatomy was never my bestest of friend. We've gotten along as, you know, time goes by, but like, as you can see, we weren't really the best of friends. Like, what the heck? Again, Delilah's arms, why are they so thin? They're so small, and like, you see them, right? You see them. I might redraw this actually. I just might. Same with this one. This one was actually not too bad, but I don't like how I drew the arm. It's just the arms. The arms were always a problem for me. And the way I drew her body too. The body was like, hold on, go back. The body was kind of weird too. I think the problem was the waist. I always had issues with how to draw the waist. Curves, no problem. But waist is like, that's where everything just goes downhill for me. She low-key looked like she got a BBL done, a bad one. But anyways, let's just keep going. Let's see, more headshots. I think I probably took a break in between headshots because I like to have all like in one group. If I'm going to share headshots, they're all just going to go down the line and like there's no breaks. But I guess around this time I was taking breaks. But anyways, you know, that's ew, but Beta looked low-key weird. And I had people simp over him too. Let's see, Gamma, locks. Now, when it came to locks, like I said, hairstyles was never my best of friend either. Locks, especially. Like, I didn't like how I was drawing their locks. And I'm pretty sure I probably had gotten away with it though, because I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't know. I just didn't like how I drew them. I've seen other people, how they draw locks, and the way they drew locks is just way better than how I was doing it. And I was low-key kind of sad because I was sitting here like, wow, my locks just look like straight up mop strands. Not even mop strands. It's just a pile of I don't know what, but I wasn't feeling it. And so every time I had to draw Gamma, you know, I was dreading it. But okay, let me stop it right here, because this is where things starts to transition a little bit. So, like I said with the hair, at first, you know, I didn't know what to do as far as like trying to add some more stuff. So this is where the shine comes through. I feel like some of these are out of order because I feel like it's, or maybe, I don't know what happened. Either these are out of order. These are from my archived post, by the way. So like I literally just screenshotted them in the order that they were in. So I don't know. Maybe I was over here experimenting how to do the shine effect, because at first of all, side profile. Second of all, here I was trying to do the same texture like I've been doing with their hair, but I did something different with the shine. I think what I did was I drew lines. I used one of the blending tools and, you know, smudged it to, you know, to where it looks like that. And I changed the layer to a glow layer. So that's probably what happened there. But let's see, I was working on Tenacity and was like, let me do something a little different though, because a low-key Alexander's Glow is not looking like, you know, how I want it to look. And he's a bobblehead in the background. Look at him. You see him? Like, bro. But with Tenacity, I guess I said, let me do the texture differently. That's what happened. I was trying to do the texture like differently because, you know, the way I did it before then, it was kind of But I said, you know, let me just drew lines. If you look very closely, I did a bunch of lines. Took me forever, by the way. I remember the struggle. I did not like doing that. Over here drawing lines upon every curve. And every other one, it was supposed to be, you know, a glowing one. It was supposed to, you know, have some shine. And I guess it was great. Let's see. And then this was supposed to be for another book cover. The way I did Rose's hair was, I actually loved it. I was like, bro, how did I do that? And so, you know, keeping going, I guess for the rest of the bunny ones, I must have stuck with the, you know, drawing the lines thing. I don't know what to call that technique, but anyways, I don't like any of these. I might actually redraw these as well because, again, body proportions is just all out of whack. Melissa looks like the most cartoony looking person out of all of them, and I don't like it. When I first started off, I knew I was going to have a cartoony type look, but I wanted to lean more on, like, you know, realism, I guess is what it is. She definitely looks like she had a BBL there. Oh, this is Shannon and Xena. I didn't really know how to draw tears either, but, like, you know, it was the best I could do. Pierre looks so yellow. I'm so sorry, bro. But and Kendo looks so disgusting. But oh, here we go. Let's see. This was in January, March, April. April of 2021 was where I pretty much combined. Basically, I took the whole little striping thing, right? Little lines technique. And then I took the little shine technique I did with Rose, and I basically did it all in one for it to come out like this. I love how I did Kendo's hair here, but I don't like his face. Bro was ugly back then. Like, I'll probably put some more photos of him on the side. Dude was ugly. Like, I don't know how dude got simps at first. I was even simping for him low-key, but like now looking back, it's like, dude, you kind of ugly. But anyway, let's see. Oh, and I see that I had redrawn the Usku and Delilah again at one point. I don't like how I made her boobs pushed up. Like, I mean, I guess they are supposed to be pushed up, but like, I don't like how I did it. Usku still looks ugly as what, you know. But yeah, as you can see, the way I do hair is different now. I'm over here adding shine and stuff, and I was actually, you know, really feeling it. This is creepy. Like, if somebody wanted to put this on a horror gang, let me know. I'll send it to you, and make sure you give me credit, okay? Because like, this is super scary. I was over here trying to, you know, practice on drawing animals because I know that my series got a couple animals in there, and I was just drawing animals, and bro, that looks terrifying. I remember my siblings was like, bro, this is scary. Bro, don't put this in your story. I cannot even look at it. Like, why is his eyes are so dead? Like, bro, are you good? I actually posted my redraw of this. Go follow my Instagram. Let's see. And I noticed that my shading has gotten, you know, better. Oh yeah, and another major thing, their noses. I'm pretty sure y'all like, when she gonna mention the noses, cause girl, the noses are gone now. But yeah, so there was also a point in time where I didn't really like how I drew their noses, and so I think what I really didn't like was that I was actually, you know, giving line art for the nose details, and I just didn't like how they came out. So that's why I said, you know what, until I can figure out what to do with these noses, I'm just gonna make a little swoop and, you know, be done, you know? And so that's how that came around. So yeah, my art style pretty much started leaning more in the cartoony direction. And of course I didn't mind it, because clearly I kept drawing in that way. Skip the golden dog. And I loved how I did hair at the time. You know, I was actually content with what I was doing. I think at one point though, the way I color their eyes starts changing, but we haven't got to that point yet. But yeah, I mean, I'm over here liking it. Kendo, I think I made him a little more handsome here. You know, like he looks better here, but still low-key ugly. Like I would not simp over him. And here we go. Here's the big transition right here. So in June 2021, that's where everything starts changing up. As you can see, the hair, literally there's no texture in it no more. Well, I guess there is, but the only thing that is like giving the whatever it's giving is the little glowing effect. I kept the shine, but I had gotten so tired of drawing the little lines within them, because bro, those took me like an hour, maybe even more than that. Like it was so tiring. My hand was hurting after a while. Like I'd probably gotten carpal tunnel because of it. But I had pretty much started using just the glow effects to just show off the shine within their hair, and you know, it just called it a day. Same thing with their eyes. Their eyes went through a lot of change. I don't do the details within the eyes anymore at this point, and I was, you know, content with that as well. I even drew their lips differently. There was a point in time when even the color of their upper lip and bottom lip had changed, such as Usku right there. At first, nowadays I have it to where it's just their upper lip being, you know, darker, and then their bottom lip being the same color as their, you know, the rest of their skin. But back then I did it to where, matter of fact, pretty sure y'all saw it in some of the older ones. For some reason I thought that, hey, upper lip being darker and their bottom lip being lighter, hey, that's a moment. Like, yeah, a bad one, because it's like, bro, now you gotta looking like their lips are ashy. Like, what's going on? But so anyway, I'm glad that I didn't do that here. So yeah, I gotten better with the lip shading and all that. Around this time I said, you know what, this is it right here. This is my art style. Yeah, no, I really liked it. And of course I was over here drawing headshots, and it's just so sad. I go through these ups and downs. The locks, I think I've gotten better with the locks. You notice the little texture I try to give it, and like how they were placed and stuff. I'm pretty sure like I could have done something differently, but I was doing much better around here compared to earlier. The shading had gotten much better. I've noticed that the shading's gotten better. The noses are still little swoops, because I still was trying to figure out that ish. Pierre is very yellow. I'm so sorry. I'm surprised nobody canceled me off that, honestly. Like, I'm glad, but like, bro, anybody could have been like, hey, yo, Taja's over here being racist. I don't know. Kendo actually looks better here. I like how I did him here. But anyways, and then Shandon's gap, before I used to draw just a line, but I know that, you know, it's not just a line. Like, you gotta have something, you know, going on over there. So if we were to zoom in, you could see like a little bit of the inside of his mouth, you know, the, you know, dark red that's usually used for like mouths. Xena, I decided to give her the dark brown eyes, because if you paid attention, she had like, let me see if I can find an older picture of her real quick. I really wanted some more characters with like darker colored eyes, because hello, dark colored eyes, you know, needs to be represented. Like, everything doesn't have to have a colored eye, okay? So at first she started off with like a dark orange. It was supposed to be like a light brown, but honestly her eyes look more like a dark orange hue. So like, you know, basically didn't give what it was supposed to give. Here's a better picture. Like, those are like dark orange eyes. But I said, you know what, no, let me go ahead and change it up and give her dark brown eyes. And so that's why she has them now. And honestly, she looks better with them. And ever since I did that, I said, yep, this is it right here. So anyways, and the way I just love how I did their hair. Now around this time, let's see, this was like what, a month later? Oh no, all this is in July. So in the midst of all this, I said, you know what, let me go and try to get some more confidence, and did half bodies. I think this is considered a half body, right? Not really, I still wasn't really confident with the full bodies, but I said, let me at least try to show off a little body. So there we are, here it is. I was, you know, okay with it. Again, arms were still a problem, for me, but I was getting better. Like the waist is looking better, everything is proportioned correctly. Did I really forget to bro, I forgot to crop out Amethyst? That's crazy. Anyways, let's just keep going. But again, I got all these from my Instagram. They're all archived, and I guess I forgot to, you know, do that. But anyways, yeah. Oh gosh, bro, Shandon's arms, bro, his arms aren't supposed to be that thin. Like, they're not supposed, but they are super thin here. But we're just gonna let it slide because this was what, 2 years ago. Bro, I can't believe all this was 2 years ago. It's still crazy to me. Shoot, I can tell that as time went by, the way that I did their hair was different too, because at first it started off with just, you know, blotches. Like, it looked blotchier then. But as time went by, I started, you know, putting a little more detail, like a little more like smudge in their highlights. So I noticed that. Let's see, Morgana was I'm gonna call her BBW because she is a BBW. She was my first BBW character. Like, I don't really have that many, you know, heavy set characters. So, but I wanted to add her in there because, you know, hello, representation, and needed another character to really spice up the story a little bit. So there she is right there. She probably don't look heavy set here because, hello, this is my first time. But, you know, I'm gonna have to draw her soon. So hopefully I can do this correctly. I think I tried. Matter of fact, there's a picture of her in here somewhere, right? Like, y'all already seen her already. Let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can find her. There she is right there. I think I did pretty okay. I did pretty okay, right? That's a heavy set woman, right? Let me know. Like, criticize me a little bit, you know? The hands were always a problem. As you can see with Thomas, I tried to hide that ish. Like, I'm not about to try to draw hands again. It's like, oh god, those hands are so terrible. This low-key is scary. Not even low-key, this is high-key scary. Like, somebody can use this as like a press start to play type screen, like when you first open up the game. Like, bro, stop looking at me. That is so creepy. It's at this point, you know, again, I'm pretty sure I'm repeating myself at this point, but I'm gonna keep saying it because why not? Kendo looks much better here. Again, I still didn't know what to do with their freaking noses, but you know, their noses was their noses, and I was perfectly fine with knowing that their noses was those noses. I don't know what I just said. I think I improved on the hands a little bit here. With Kendo, I said, no, let me go ahead and try to take my time and really try to learn how to do these hands. And these arms. These arms don't look as good as they could be, but you know what? We're going to let it slide. As far as animals, this is Alpha and another character that, you know, y'all not supposed to know yet, or at least supposed to know, but you're supposed to figure it out. I have Gamma looking like that. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all are like, bro, why is his mouth is just non-existent. Like, I know there's supposed to be some details there, but back then I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna make a lot of bloody mush, and I don't think I have that in here. I hope not, and if I do, I'll have to censor it. Matter of fact, look away if you're squeamish, because I think I do have a picture of it. Matter of fact, yep, there it is right there. I'll let you know when to turn around. Okay, you can turn around now. You good? All right, cool. Those are some of the characters within book 2. I need to draw them again. Side profile, I can tell I was doing better then, but that was just off of luck if you ask me. Bodies are doing better. Muscles, I'm pretty sure y'all can see on Gamma, you know, the muscles were, you know, pretty okay. I was just trying to, you know. And I can see with Usku's locks, I was doing a little better, but I kind of low-key got away with whatever, you know, was not looking right because his hair is black. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna let everything blend in and just hopefully I like it in the end. And I liked it in the end. However, I know it could have been better, but anyways. Oh, this is the Christmas special. Now, around this point, I was just going all out, you know. I think around this point, I was really not feeling my art style anymore. I said, let me do this Christmas special. It's gonna be a big bang, but I think around here was when I was like, okay, I'm so tired of my art style. Bro, what is going on with Jacqueline's shoulders? She is so bulky in this picture. Like, she look like she about to square up with her dad. It's supposed to be her mom. The woman up the top is her mom, and the dude to the right is her dad. Like, she looked like she could go one-on-one with him. 1v1, she probably would win, you know? Like, that's how bulky she looked. But around this time, I got tired of my art style. I just wasn't feeling it. Dude, Pierre is so yellow, bro. I'm so glad I fixed that. Coco. This is Coco. I feel like I've gotten better, but I think what the problem was I didn't know how to, like, give definition to her fur, and I didn't like how I was doing it. So that also, I do like how I did her nose though. Like if you try to look closely, like her nose is pretty nice. But and then around this point I said, you know what, let me really try to improve things with lighting. I tried to do lighting here. I think I did, you know, not too bad. You know, it was supposed to be the moonlight against, you know, his wonderful face. Let's see, with Thomas is a different story. He's an archangel, so like he's practically glowing. So yeah, oh, that's pretty much it. Okay, well, I'm gonna let this loop around while I go ahead and try to end this segment. So basically, around this point, I really wasn't feeling the cartoony style. It looks good, you know, looking back, you know, it's pretty cool. Like I could get away with it if I were to go back to that style, I guess, but I just didn't really like it. That's not my direction. That wasn't what I was even trying to go for before. Like originally I was trying to do realistic stuff with a little bit of cartoony, you know, details to it, you know. I wanted a mixture, but mostly leaning more to the realism. And so when I noticed that I was leaning more into the cartoon side, and it was all because I didn't know what the heck I was doing as far as like anatomy, as far as hair textures, as far as, you know, pretty much everything. I said, let me take a break. Okay, I remember making a hiatus announcement saying that I'm not going to post for a little bit. I'm gonna be working on my second book. It was around this time I was working on my second book. I had already posted the first book, and basically was trying to figure out what was going on with my art style and where did I want it to go. It wasn't until February 22, so January I was pretty much just straight chilling. February of 2022 was when I said, okay, let me try to figure this art style out. So literally all those drawings we saw were from Autodesk Sketchbook, right? I pretty much got tired of it. I said I need something new. I think I had gotten a new laptop at this point, and so I needed to find something to work with. I couldn't get Autodesk Sketchbook anymore because they wanted to charge me. And I was sitting here like, dude, honestly, Autodesk Sketchbook isn't even all that great. Let me find something else. And that's when I had found Clip Studio. I forgot how much I paid for it, but hey, it was just a one-time purchase. I said, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's mine now. So I started using Clip Studio, and that's when I went on ahead and started trying to figure out what my art style is. So around this time, I still had some cartoon, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Some character, I'm gonna just say I still had some cartoony aspects within my drawing. Like you can tell if you were to look at it, be like, oh yeah, I could see some like cartoony like stuff in here. But I was trying to lean more on realism. I was over here, I got some brushes from what's her name, Vigalia? I forgot what. I'm gonna put her Instagram right here. Like this is her Instagram, go follow her. She's got some amazing brushes. I'm assuming it's a she. If it's not a she, I'm so sorry. Go follow them. They have a lot of brushes you can get. If you're not good with like different hair textures, hair types, hairstyles, they're the person to go to and get their brushes. They're literally like I don't even think they're really $20 unless you're getting multiples at a time. But their brushes have helped me so much. And so when I got them, I was over here testing them out, and I was over here trying to find a way to add, you know, definition to their hair, add some textures to them. I just wasn't liking it at the time. Like, oh my, like, look, I was trying to use Lock Brush on Gamma, but I didn't know what was going on. Like, dude looked like he just dipped his locks in ketchup and called it a day. Like, what? Why? But I will say I loved how I was doing their noses at the time. Like I noticed, I was like, bro, I really do want to, you know, try on their noses. Like I don't want to do the little swoop anymore. I want to actually give them a nose. And so I said, well, let me just do a few details as far as like, you know, this area, like this area, but everything else I'll just do like the coloring for it. Like I'll just do the shading and everything for that, and then boom. And so I really liked doing that. Again, it's just their heads. I'm pretty sure you're wondering like, bro, why are we just seeing their heads? Because again, I was not confident in full bodies yet. I wasn't even confident in doing their half bodies anymore. Like I was so scared, you know, wanting to see how I would do with their bodies. Because again, like it was never my best friend. Like it was just always just heads. I could get away with Sonic though, because you know he's a cartoon, so I was like, of course I can get away with that. But it's like, bro, Kendo looks much better here. I say around this time was when I was like, okay, I really need to make this man handsome, because he's supposed to be like, you know, everybody's man. So But yeah, around here, you know, and then I was over here trying to do something different with their lips, how I did their lips and stuff. Morgana, I was trying to do different with her glasses, like how I do glasses was different. Around this time, as you can see, I didn't know what to do as far as like shine. Like I really did want to add the shine back into their hair. I just didn't know how to at the time. The way I did their eyes is a little different, like the little shine in their eyes. I did that a little differently. Let me see, around this time, I think I was, you know, okay with this style. Like I like where it was going. I liked the direction it was going. Usku's locks, bro, locks are such a journey for me when it comes to drawing them. And I love how I do them now. You're going to see how I do them now. It's so much better. But I just said, dude, I'm about to take this lock brush and just... I hit myself. I was going to take a lock brush and just, you know, just basically draw it how it's supposed to look. Add a few more locks of a lighter shade and then just overlap it with some more darker locks and just call it a day. And it was I got away with it, but I knew it wasn't going to, you know, satisfy me for long. And then later on in April, as you can see, I had gotten a new watermark now. Before I used to just sign QTL and then the date that I, you know, completed the thing. But I said, nah, let me try and make this look a little more professional and come up with my new watermark. And I decided to went on ahead and draw the demigods, and as you can see, I had started to add shine into their stuff. And this is my first time drawing food too. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, this fruit making me hungry. But anyways, I drew spiders, bro. The spiders, they took me, I'd say, a good hour for each, because I was trying to make sure that they looked like spiders for one thing, and then they're supposed to be metallic, like silver, gold, and I think the one up top is supposed to be actually platinum, and platinum and silver kind of looks the same, but platinum, gold, and rose gold. And I even did the gems on their eyes too. Their eyes are gems, so those took me a second. The way I did their eyes is still the same. Again, it's not much detail. I put a little glow. I got some eyelash brushes from Vigalia too. Well, actually, I don't know if it was from Vigalia. It was either from Vigalia or from someplace else. I can't remember. I'm over here adding, you know, some shine into their hair. Now at this point, I was like, you know what, yes, this is what I was wanting, you know, like this is it right here. Like, this is everything that I was trying to go for and more, right? Here with Ubo Kufa, this is Ubo Kufa for anyone that doesn't know. I'm over here introducing him and not introducing everybody else. But anyways, this Ubo Kufa, I decided to try to do something with the lighting, as you can tell. Vanity, I tried to do something with the glitter because I do want her afro to glitter a lot. Let's see, and I think we're starting to, you know, circle around. But basically around this time, this is where I learned how to do the shine within their hair and add a little more detail to their hair. Like, you notice that it's not as flat as my February ones were. So around this time, I'm like, you know, yes, this is great, this is what I want. But then I ended up taking a little break. I say a little break, but it was actually a couple of months. It wasn't until Pride Month was when I went on ahead and tried drawing again. So all those demigod headshots were back in April. This didn't happen until Pride Month of last year. So let's see, around, that's June, right? So April. So I basically took a whole month break from drawing, and I was over here doing whatever. I probably writing my story. But I really wanted to celebrate Pride Month and show off some of my characters that represent, you know, the community. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and try to, you know, do this real quick. And honestly, I think this is where I was like, you know what, I don't like it. Again, I was trying to do the realistic route. I don't like how I did Kendo's teeth. His teeth look extra weird. I didn't like how I did that, but and I didn't even like how I was doing his hair. His hair was high-key weird. Melissa, I mean, she looked okay, but again, I think her face looked so weird to me. I was like, bro, like, what is going on with her eyes? Like, what is... It's just so weird, bro. Jacqueline, I did her teeth, you know, okay. I probably saw Kendo, was like, bro, I gotta do better next time. Did better with Jacqueline, but it's the eyes. It's the eyes that bother me. Like, the eye shape. Like, I know eyes are supposed to, you know, have that, you know, shape, but it just didn't look right to me for some reason. On top of the eyelashes were throwing me off too. The fingers, I mean, the fingers are okay, but I didn't like the detail I added to them. It looked weird to me. And for literally most of these, I was using a reference. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I said, I can't do this, you know, all by myself. I need some sort of help. So I had to use references. But even then, it's like, bro, Is Normal's arm supposed to look like that? I don't even think her arm's supposed to look like that, but I don't know. But it's just weird to me. Rose's looks better. Xena, I mean, it's like, I guess it's like, again, I don't like how I did the eyes. There's something off about the eyes. It was just weird. I don't know what's going on with that. And I again, the eyelashes didn't even help even. And then the way I low-key how I did the nose back then too was weird too, because like you're gonna see in the art that I do now, I don't really do this. I don't color in the holes anymore, and I don't draw that little line that's there. And when they're looking to the side, I don't draw that line right there, the bridge, indicating that, yeah, they're looking to the side a little bit. Let me see, and that happens, let's see, this is, when was this? Hold on. I was over here just diddle-daddling and trying to find something to like do. I had drawn Usuku and Delilah if they were like in a Western story. And this was back in August of last year. And as you can see, you probably can't see, but I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. But still didn't know what I was doing with the locks, okay? Like, I still was trying to figure that out. But you can vaguely tell that I had started doing the eye details again. We're probably gonna find a better picture so y'all can really see. And the nose, the way I did the nose is different now. Like before, I used to draw like the actual bridge of the nose and color in the lines and stuff. I think I was still doing that. Yeah, I was still doing this, but I didn't do the bridge of the nose anymore, or you know, that round part right there. So it was around this time I was like, bro, like I'm getting closer to what I want. Now with, let's see, with the Delilah, I still was trying to figure it out. She's at an angle clearly, so like I wasn't too sure if I should do a line art for the nose bridge or not, but I did it, and looking back now I kind of regret it, but I digress. Around here, I'm pretty sure I got some close-ups so we can really see their eye details. Like, yeah, see, like I started doing the eye details again like I did back in 2020. It was 2019 and 2020, but yeah, I was doing that again. And I was actually liking it because I was like, yes, you know, it actually looks more realistic doing that. Oh yeah, and the way I drew his locks is different too. Like I actually did every single lock individually and like did details on them. And of course I got tired of it, so I'm like, bro, I gotta find another way to do it. Let's keep going. Let's see. Oh, that's Jelani right there. And with him, I actually again, details to the eyes again. The way I do the nose is different. But, and then the beard, I used to do like just straight lines for the beard, but I'm like, bro, let me add some curls up in that itch, because like I know y'all got some, you know, curly curls in there. So yeah. And then with Kendo, I had gotten another brush from Vigalia because his hair is supposed to be messy, so there it is. And I think that's it. That's Idonius right there. Y'all wasn't really, oh, I mean, y'all can see him, but like, you know, after these, I think it was after these pictures of, you know, the little Western thing, that was when I took a huge break, like a huge break. But you know, let's just, you know what, how about we actually go to my Instagram and see how my art is now, because what better way to promote your social media than to show it off a bit, you know? So now that you have seen how my artwork looked throughout the past, now here it is. Now the way I do their hair is much different. I mean, this is like a huge jump from what I was doing. The way I do hair is different now. The shine is everything to me. I'm over here using for this little project, the crop tops project, I was using JoJo references, and I let it be known in the post, like, okay, here it goes. See, that's the pose I used. Y'all can't say that I was over here trying to be like, oh yeah, this is totally an original pose. I totally made that pose up. Like, no, I gave credit. It was JoJo. Around this time, even with the Western, I think that's the one thing I didn't mention, right? Yeah, with the Western thing, I started saying, you know, let me just draw it in like a sketchy like line art, because what made me go ahead and do with the sketch line art was I got tired of doing line art. Like it was just so much work and so much pressure, and like trying to make sure everything was looking the way it's supposed to look, and honestly it was just such a hassle for me. But one day while I was over here drawing, Mom was like, you know, I honestly think you could color it the way it looks now. And I was sketching. She was like, if you would color it the way it is now, I think it would look great. I think it looks great the way it is. So I'm sitting here like, what if I were to just keep it as like sketch lines? Of course, clean it up a little bit, because, you know, my sketch lines are very messy, but like, what if I were to keep, you know, most of the sketch, you know, the sketch flavor? Sure, why not? I wanted to keep the sketch flavor, but also add all my shading and coloring and all that jazz. And so I did that. And ever since, I've just been so content with the way I draw now, because it's like I'm not stressing anymore about, you know, the line art being quote unquote neat or, you know, or any type of way, you know, just I wasn't stressing about it anymore. The way I drew noses and their eyes was better now. It's just everything that I've been looking for. Like, of course, I'm still learning about, you know, trying to get used to this anatomy thing, perspectives, side profiles, and, you know, all this stuff. Shoot, I've been doing pretty good. Look at this food I did. Like, can we take a minute to, like, appreciate the food I made? Like, bro. But everything is literally everything that I've done from when I first started to everything that I've gathered throughout is just all meshed together. And, like, it's everything that I've been wanting and more. Like, I'm just so happy that I have learned so much. And, like, with the Tenacity birthday post, I was over here like, bro, let me try to mess with this lighting, because I really do want to try to add more to my stuff. And bro, it's just everything, you know. It's perfect, you know. Like, it's just everything that it's just everything. Like, go follow me on my Instagram. Again, Queen T Lioness right there. The way I draw animals is better now. Like, look at Coco. Look at Coco. Coco's so cute. The way I draw their nose and everything is just everything. And Diablo, look at him. His cute self. If you say he's ugly, then you are not appreciated. No, I'm just joking. But bro, he's adorable to me. And I posted this just today, the day that I'm recording. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but it's the 10th right now. So this is the most recent post right here. I had redrawn one of my old pics. Like, there it is, how it was before. Okay, this was back in 2020, I think, either 2020 or 2021, probably 2021. Editor should correct me. And then here it is now. Like, the lighting, everything, the shading, everything, the proportions, everything. Like, bro, it's magnifique. It's everything. Like, I'm so content with where I am now. Like, I really genuinely don't see my art style changing up anymore as it is. If anything changes up, it's probably maybe how I do hair, maybe. I don't know. I don't even think I can see myself changing even that anymore. Line art, maybe? That's like the closest thing I can see, like, maybe changing up. Like, if I were to sit down and be like, you know what, let me really try to get into this line art, because, you know, I guess I want to clean up a bit. I don't know. But honestly, I really don't see nothing wrong with that either. So I'm pretty content with where I am. But anyway, that's it for my art style. I took a good hour talking about it. Honestly, that's not bad. I got nothing else to talk about. Let me know what you liked about my art, either now or back then. Any, like, criticisms you want to give, I guess, if you want to. I don't know. Follow me on my Instagram, Queen T Lioness, and follow the series Vengeance and Forgiveness on Instagram. Go check out the website. All the links will be in the description. If you liked this video, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. I'll try to come up with some more videos. It's gonna be more focused on Vengeance and Forgiveness. I just wanted to make this video because why not? That's pretty much it. Just why not, you know? So I hope you have a good day. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, so whatever day this is, hope you have a good one. And I will see you guys next time. Queen T Lioness signing off. Bye.